All right, welcome to our channel. This is TR Samson taking you through Social Studies Grade 9 Kjsea Mega Prediction. This is part 2. So it is a continuation. If you're watching us for the first time, kindly subscribe to our channel. If you are a returning viewer, continue watching and learning, staying ahead. During a civic education lesson, a learner says that citizens should respect laws and pay taxes. Which component of citizenship is being emphasized here? We have rights, responsibilities, freedoms, and privileges. All right. The correct answer should be boy. We know that citizenship involves rights, freedoms, and responsibilities, such as paying taxes, obeying the laws, taking care of the environment, and so on. Number 4. Two funding communities in Rift Valley agree to meet and discuss resource sharing peacefully. Which method of conflict resolution are they using? Remember, we have negotiation, arbitration, litigation, reconciliation, and so on. Now, when you take matter to court, that is litigation. You'll find an arbitrator, the lawyer, the judge who is there, who is going to give the final solution or the judgment. Now, my question is, these people have met to discuss and agree. So what do you think is the correct answer? Yes, the answer should be negotiation. Negotiation involves dialogue to reach an agreement. So we have another one here, which is coercion. Coercion is not a way of solving a conflict. Coercion is forcing someone to do what you want. It's like intimidation. Yeah. Then we go to question number 2. Number 2 says, cargo ship left Cape Town 8 a.m. local time and sailed east across the degrees of longitude. If each 15 degrees changes time by 1 hour, what time was it when they arrived? Okay, this is very simple. You know that we have even been given that 15 degrees equals to 1 hour. So what about this 30 degrees equals to how many hours? Yeah, simple. It is 2. So what do? We say 8 a.m. It was 8 a.m. Now it went to the east, 30 degrees. That is 2 hours. So you just to know the time it arrived, you just say 8 plus 2, and you get 10 a.m. So the correct answer is animal. Number 5. The ruins of Gedi on the Kenyan coast are visited by students on a field trip. Which type of historical site is this? We have burial ground, military fort, ancient settlement, industrial site. What do you think is the correct answer? All right, the correct answer should be C, ancient settlement. Gedi represents remains of ancient Swahili settlement many years ago. Let's go to number 3 and 5. Number 3 and 6. Number 3 says, a farmer wants to exchange maize for fish, but finds it difficult to find a fisher with the exact quantity he wants. Which limitation of barter trade does this illustrate? So we know that for you to exchange, this person is looking for a person who has what he wants and who wants what he has. Yeah, this is called double coincidence. Double coincidence is very common in barter trade, and it is very rare, not common. Yeah, both parties must want what the other party has. So what you have is what the other person has. So it is called lack of double coincidence of wants. Number 6 says, The Kenyan government seeks views from citizens before passing a new law. Which constitutional process is being followed? Judicial review, public participation in legislation, electoral process, executive order. Yes, the correct answer should be, we know the constitution of 2010, eh? Do you remember? Yeah, the 2010. So the 2010 constitution promotes public involvement. So definitely the correct answer is public participation. Public participation. We go to number 7. Look at number 7. Which one of the following, which one of the tool below is a Stone Age tool? Do you remember Stone Age? Yeah, Stone Age tools were made of stones. Yeah, examples, we have scrappers, antax, and so on. So the correct answer is animal. All the others are modern. Therefore, Homo sapiens sapiens, the modern or technological man. Next is number 8. Let's go to number 8. Number 8 says, Sylvia saw a population pyramid with a very broad base rapidly tapering towards the top, as you can see here. Remember this one, we have the females on the right and the males on the left. So this is, for example, this may be for Kenya, eh? Yeah. So when the base is very broad, it illustrates or indicates a growing, a developing country. Are you together? Yeah, so this is common with developing countries, such as Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, and so on. So the correct answer is developing country. So for developed countries, the pyramid does not look like this. Yeah, it is irregular. Then let's go to on the same spot, let's go to number 11. A campaign promotes education for girls in rural areas, arguing it is a basic right. Which human right is being promoted here? Right to work, right to education, right to property, right to vote. The correct answer should be right to education. Yeah, it's a basic need, basic right. Right to education. It's a requirement. Number 12. A learner constantly compares herself to peers and feels inadequate. Her teacher advises her to focus on achievements. Which approach is this? This approach is called, yes, the correct answer is focusing on your strength. Yeah, do what you can, what you can't, wachana nayo. Yeah, so you can, but you can always keep on trying until you make it. So number 13, we can do number 9 first. Identify the type of fault shown below. This is, can you remember the 3 types of faults? Yeah, we have the, no, we said you should say nose. You should say nose, where nose stands for normal, reverse, and share or tear or slip. So normal is when it's formed by tensional forces and a block falls down or goes down because of the fault scarps. So it goes down. So this is normal fault. Yeah, we have share. You can revise them and find them out. And the images too. Number 13, an elder recounts stories of early pastoralist communities. Which method of historical information is being used here? We have oral tradition, written sources, archaeological records, photographs. So the correct answer here should be, remember it is an elder, mzee wa zamani. Yeah, the correct answer is oral oral tradition. So the answer is animal. Number 14. Number 14. Yeah, you can read for us number 14. Yeah, let me read. A geologist observes folding in rock layers. Which geographical or geological process is illustrated? So this is folding in rock layers. First layer, second layer, like that. So this should be folding. Yeah, this is folding. It is formed by compressional forces. The land bends and appears like that. Number 15. Number 15. Below are leaders in Kenya. Jaramogi Odinga, Wangari Maathai, Daniel Arap Moi, Mwai Kibaki, Uhuru Kenyatta. Which leaders advocated for environmental conservation? Yeah, the correct answer should be Wangari Maathai and Jaramogi Odinga. So the correct order is animal, Roman 1 and Roman 2. Question 10. The theory that suggests that Earth's outer rigid layer is broken into large pieces that move over the asthenosphere is known as. So asthenosphere is the molten rock. That is magma. So we have continental drift theory, plate tectonic theory, beanbag na glacier theory. Yeah, the correct answer is B, plate tectonics theory. Plate tectonic theory explains that Earth's lithosphere, that is the crust we have where we live on, is floating on asthenosphere, the molten rock mantle, and the plates are gradually moving slowly, slowly, slowly. So with the time, you'll find yourself in India. Okay? Yeah, that is 1.5 million years to come. Thank God, utakuwa. Youth from rural Machakos moved to Nairobi. Rural Machakos. Underline rural Machakos. They moved to Nairobi to work in factories. This migration is termed as, we have rural to rural, urban to urban, rural to urban, urban to rural, and so on. So the correct answer should be, yeah, it should be C. These people are moving from rural Machakos to Nairobi. Nairobi is the urban center. So it is C, rural to urban. You remember, we have also other factors. You need to revise them. Number 17, Mwangangi was asked to identify the body that is in charge of general elections in Kenya. Which one is here? So we have athletics, KRA, we have TSC, we have IBC. The correct answer is B for IBC. IBC. Yeah. Number 18. Kenya's Bill of Rights is found in which chapter of the Constitution of Kenya? This is the new Constitution, 2010. The correct answer should be, yeah, sovereignty of people and supremacy. It is usually in chapter 4. So the correct answer is B for boy. For one to be elected as an MP in Kenya, he or she must have achieved how many years? Yeah, that 5 is for president. 18 is a voter. So is 21 years. Number 20. Identify the following historical monument in Ethiopia. So you can see, this is very suggesting is a church. So this is rock-hewn churches. Rock-hewn churches. Yeah, the correct answer is dog. Great Zimbabwe ruins are found in Zimbabwe. Fort Jesus is in Kenya, and the pyramids of Giza are in Egypt. We have finished section A. Now we go to section B for 8 marks, where we have map work, citizenship, history, we have geography, and we also have what? We also have life skills. So map work is 5 marks. You can see these are 3 marks. Yeah, we can study the map together. First of all, you can see the forest. The forest is here. You can see the settlement of people is clustered. Yeah, this is clustered, a group. Then you can also see the main means of transport here is road. And then we have shrubs. Shrubs show hot and dry climate, hot and dry climate. You can also call it semi-arid or arid. Then you can see the railway here. It is transporting things from this permanent buildings to here. Again, we have G. G is ginnery. Ginnery is for cotton. Yeah, it's factory for cotton. Then we have school. We have mosque here for religion, Islamic religion. Then we have quarry. Quarry is for quarrying or minerals. So maybe this train here carries minerals or mains. We have mains here, although we are not told whether it is large scale. So we have mains, and we also have what? We also have what you have seen here. This one here, the cotton, the cash crop. So let's go to the questions. What is the type of climate in southeastern part of Dobo area? Let's go to southeastern part. So southeastern part of Dobo area is, this is south, this is southeastern here. So it is hot and dry, as simple as that. It is hot and dry. Yeah, you can write there, hot and dry, which indicates same desert climate. Yeah, semi-desert climate. The railway line, we have said this railway could be transporting, what we call minerals, mains or cotton, or even people. Yeah, cash crop. Which cash crop? We have seen that. Which cash crop? The correct answer is, we have seen that is ginnery. So it is cotton, presence of ginnery. Then we can talk about what is the direction of ginnery from the quarry. So let's go from the quarry. So here we draw the compass from where? From the quarry. So I've said it is northeast because from the quarry is here. Look at the map. This is the quarry. So you draw here your compass. Never eat skuma wiki. So you point like this. Ginnery is here. So it is northeast. Then we go to question number E. Before we finish, describe the population settlement. This one we have said is, yeah, it is what we call clustered or nucleated. Why is it clustered? Because it is grouped settlement. It is also called nucleated settlement. Yeah. Now, let's go to citizenship. A learner helps a disabled neighbor cross the road and reads about street children in Nairobi. Which principle of leadership is this? So is compassion, responsible, love, care, and so on. Identify 2 bodies concerned with human rights in Kenya. Human rights in Kenya, we have one, yeah, UNHCR. This one, KNCHR, Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. Then we have Amnesty International. Suggest 2 ways of acquiring citizenship: naturalization and birth. That is registration and by birth. Remember that. And then we go to, so dual citizenship is not a way of attaining Kenyan citizenship. So you only attain Kenyan citizenship if you are born in Kenya, that is by birth, or if you register, you're qualified to register and then you apply. So you become a Kenyan citizen. You get 2 citizenships. Now, when you have 2, that is what you call dual citizenship. There are people who are not allowed to apply for dual citizenship. They include the president and also his deputy attorney general and so on. Now, let's go to history. Before we go to the history, remember, we have what we call Kenyan citizen. A child who has been found in Kenya who is below 8 years and below. That child is taken to be a Kenyan citizen by birth. Study African history. Describe two advancements of Middle Stone Age tools for marks. So here we can say they made tools. Their tools more sharper. They were easy to carry. We can also say the tools were more refined. They attached handles to tools, so handles were attached. As man continued evolving and changing, so tools also continued to evolve. Highlight two achievements of the Swahili civilization. Swahili community, Kjsea result of intermarriages. Waafrika na Warabus walileta chakula, pilau na mandazi, kisha wakaileta barabara na majengo, architecture. So we can say they developed transport, they improved architecture, they introduced new clothing and dressing and the councils. They also introduced new food, pilau, mandazi, spices in food, and so on. Next, outline two factors leading to the transatlantic slave trade. So transatlantic slave trade, you can also revise the trans-Saharan slave trade. So here we had the availability of slaves, high demand for cheap labor in plantations, and presence of deep natural harbors. Then mention trade routes. Trade routes, we have West Africa to America. That was Atlantic route. And we had also the Central Africa Caribbean. Okay, you can talk about the Indian Ocean slave trade and the trans-Saharan slave trade. Explain two effects of the transatlantic slave trade. Here we have, you can see the population in Africa and also breakdown of social structures as people were being separated from their loved ones. In which year was the current constitution of Kenya promulgated? The year is 2010, but the date itself is 27th August 2010. Who was the president at that time? It was Mwai Kibaki. Yeah, Mwai Kibaki. Next is number, let us see. Mention two major changes brought about by the Constitution of 2010. This one we have talked about. Yeah, so you can write there. We have the devolution, that is devolved government with counties and governors. Then you have the Bill of Rights was expanded to include human or citizens' participation in lawmaking, and so on. Question number G, explain three challenges African countries faced after independence. This was very harsh. We can see poor leadership and corruption, political instability, and poor infrastructure. Describe two contributions of the African diasporas. So what do they contribute? Number one, the spread of African culture, remittances, and advocacy for equality, and so on. State two ways agriculture changed early human society. Yeah. Number one, we have it led to permanent settlements, also created food surpluses and population growth. Again, we can also talk about led to the improvement of farming methods. Africa is home to a diverse array of UNESCO World Heritage sites, each with unique significance. Locate the following World Heritage sites by naming the country in which each is found. 3 marks. Rock-hewn churches of Lalibela, we said this is Ethiopia. And Validi, my nature reserve, Seychelles and Victoria Falls. Victoria Falls are found in Zambia and Zimbabwe. That is at the border. Name the European powers that colonized each of the following countries in Africa. Yeah, the correct answer, Congo is for? Come on, Congo is for Belgium, Mozambique, Portugal and Libya, Italy, Namibia, Germany. If you have not seen this video for the colonial powers, kindly get into my playlist and watch more. Geography, that marks, we are almost finishing. Study environmental and population issues in Africa. State 2 causes of high population growth in Kenya. High population growth in Kenya, yes. Yeah, number 1, high birth rate and improved healthcare. And so early marriages, poverty, and so on. Explain 2 impacts of rapid population growth on the environment. So we have deforestation and also pollution and degradation, land degradation. So deforestation, because that is cutting down of trees, that for charcoal, for firewood, for human settlements, and so on. So pollution and land degradation due to increased exploitation of resources. Let's go to Roman number 2, that is C. Yeah. State 1 difference between Kenya and German's population structure. Yeah, let us write 2 or 3. So we can say Kenya has youthful population, while German has aging population. Kenya has high birth rate, while Germany has low. Majority of people in Kenya are young, while in Germany, majority are the aged or the working class. Identify 2 types of migration common in Africa besides rural-urban migration. Yeah, do you remember them? Yeah, we can say rural to rural migration, urban to urban migration, urban to rural migration, and also the external migration. External migration, we have immigration, where people are coming from other countries to our country, and also immigration, where people, emigration with E. E means exit. So they are leaving our country to other countries. Describe 2 characteristics of mountain climate near Mount Kenya. Near Mount Kenya, yes, this we can say. Yeah, you can look at this diagram. We have the leeward side of Mount Kenya and the windward side. Yeah, can you remember that? So look at this. Windward side is the side which is receiving rainfall. It includes Murang'a, Kiambu, and other areas. But leeward side is like Nanyuki. It is cool and dry, but it does not receive rainfall, high rainfall as compared to the windward side of the mountain. So this rainfall is called relief rainfall. Relief rainfall, fall on mountains, fall on mountains. Next, explain 3 reasons for establishing a multi-purpose river project. Yeah, in Tana. So let us look at Tana. Can you remember Swanai Dam in Egypt? Yeah, it was mainly started for irrigation, to provide water for irrigation. But in multi-purpose river projects of River Tana, number one, you can see, to generate hydroelectric power, to control floods, to provide water for irrigation. Yeah, among other, we have also recreation and so on. So the leading hydroelectric power dam, it is Gitaru. Gitaru produces the largest amount of electricity. The largest amount of electricity, that is, it is called 225 megawatts. 225 megawatts. Differentiate between weather and climate. Weather and climate. Yeah. So weather is atmospheric condition of a place in a particular time, in a given particular time. Then climate refers to the average weather conditions of a place over a long period of time, usually 30 to 35 years. You see? But within a day, we can have different weather. For example, calm, rainy, it can be windy and sunny and so on. Identify two challenges in environmental conservation in Africa. Environmental conservation in Africa. Yeah, two challenges in environmental conservation in Africa. Number one, you can see there we have deforestation, we have pollution, and we also have overgrazing. These are challenges. Deforestation because people are cutting down trees for settlement, for survival. Then we have pollution because of so many of exploitation, and people are so many garbage and a lot. Then overgrazing because of animals and so on. Name two non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources, you can say coal, you can say petroleum, biogas, and so on. The diagram below shows a simple fold. Do you remember simple folds? Yeah. We have these parts, you can see this B, we have A, we have C. Name the parts marked A, B. Yeah, name the part marked A, B, C. A, B, C. Okay, we can say a simple fold is formed when horizontal rock layers are compressed, causing them to bend upwards and downward. The upward arc is called anticline, and the syncline is the one which goes down. So, and the line dividing the two limbs, that is the middle fold. It is called the axis of the fold. Examples of this, we have the, can you remember Ruwenzori? Yeah, so you can say Group Dam, that is Great Karas in southern Namibia, Ruwenzori at the border of Uganda and DRC, Usampara, no, this is Block Mountains. This is Block Mountains. So here we could have talked about Atlas Mountains. So these great Karas in southern Namibia, this is Block Mountains, which are formed through faulting and uplifting. Block Mountains. Yeah. So the land was pushed up. So Block Mountain. And the Block Mountain is also called Host Mountains. So examples of host mountains, we have Great Karas in southern Namibia, Ruwenzori at the border of Uganda and DRC, Usampara Mountains in Tanzania, Pare in Tanzania, Danakil Alps in Ethiopia, Aberdares in Kenya, and Mau in Kenya. Aberdares is on the eastern side of the Rift Valley, while Mau is on the western side of the Rift Valley. Yeah. So these are Block Mountains, while Fold Mountains are, you remember them? Yeah, Table Mountains We also have Drangesbank Mountains, ridges, and also the Atlas Mountains in Morocco. Atlas Mountains in Morocco. All right, next is grade 9 teacher used a map shown to facilitate learning on a multipurpose river project in Africa. Use it to answer the following question. So we are being asked, what is this Z? This Z here is on River Nile. This is the Swan High Dam. And then we have Y here, and Y is in Kenya. This is River Tana. So we say it is the River Tana projects. River Tana projects. Now, identify the river project marked Z. This one we have said is Aswan High Dam in Egypt. It was completed in 1971 by Gamal Abdel Nasser. So behind the dam, we have a lake which is called Lake Nasser. Lake Nasser. Name the multipurpose river project formed along the river marked Y. That is River Tana. So we just say River Tana projects. We just say River Tana projects. Yeah, as simple as that. As simple as that. Next, explain 3 economic benefits of multipurpose river projects. This one we have seen. Yeah, we have seen where they bring generation of cheap electricity. That is hydroelectric power. Then we have provision of water for irrigation, fishing and tourism, and recreation. All those. This one I am not going to do for you, but you did in mathematics, drawing of a simple bar graph. So you just draw a bar graph, and then you use this graph, number of days of the week, and then the temperature in degrees, and so on. So days of the week appears at the bottom, and temperature goes this side, temperature in degrees. So allow me to go to life skills. Grade 9 learners face peer pressure and anger management issues. You remember? Yeah, identify 3 strategies to manage peer pressure. Peer pressure. Yes, then explain 2 positive impacts of managing anger. So here we can say good choice of friends. Choose your friends well. We have also been assertive, setting personal goals which are achievable, smart goals, and then talking to a trusted person can help you manage peer pressure. As an adult, you can do that. Explain 2 positive impacts of managing anger. Yeah, this one we have building better relationships, and also promoting peace and decision making. Last but not the least, outline the first 3 stages in implementing a community service learning project. Can you remember? Implementing. Yeah, we say IDP. That is, first of all, you identify a gap in the community. You design solutions to the identified need or the gap. Then you plan to solve. Then after that, you implement the plan you want to solve, and then you report and reflect on the success of the project. Thank you very much. Like the video, share to your peers, and then we can meet later.